I look at Andre Ward and I'm just so proud of the way he's operating. I reshare all of the content that he's putting out because he's doing something for the sport. He's showing you by example. He's still figuring it out. His conversation with Clarissa and his conversation with Layla Ali, he was honest. He was like, hey, I'm trying to, manipulate my way, see bigger, 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 because being on All the Smoke Fight, where some of those hosts are NBA stars, he's being exposed to other things outside of boxing. There's an entire planet with 8 billion people, and there's probably 1.5 million actually active athletes in the sport. That's not even if all of us vanish tomorrow, it wouldn't even leave a dent on the planet. That's how minute it is. And we have to be aware that we have to be those second set of eyes for our athletes that are coming up under you guys as coaches. So this conversation, like I said, I wanted to cover this weigh-in. They both came in at 174.2 pounds. They're both in shape and they're going to fight. But I can't not see what they have not done yet. Benavidez had to move to Miami to get more recognition. Now he's more star-studded. You understand how much more opportunity comes because of that. He's being followed by cameras every day of the week. Conversations, more shows, more consistent, opportunities and conversations and podcasts and all of those things. And that's great. But man, those are all boxing shows. So we have to look at the thing that when he decides to exit the game, because the game is pissing on opportunities, he has to go up and wait to find fights. He can't fight who he wants to fight. People should have the opportunity to do other things and to tap into other ventures and stuff. And maybe just gets a portfolio, with 100 million cold hard cash in it from stocks, his bonds, investments, and things like that. That's growing money out of the earth for him. He don't have to think about what he needs to do in the ring, because we have to really get real with this thing, bruh. You all came in to fight to get paid so you can change the direction of your family and your circumstances. That's the bottom line. I know all of you cats. You get it? I know. We got an influx of 1.2 million messages and interactions and comments every month. So I know what I'm dealing with out there, right? Mentor so many people through in our lineage. I've seen great fighters. Like some of them who just didn't have the belt, just lost recently, or, immediately still already didn't have money. Because the problem that I'm seeing all the time and have been for decades is these guys are getting advance money before they get paid. So when it's time to get paid on fight night, they're getting a fraction of their check because they spent it all before they got to the fight. Wanting to floss, hotels, expensive jewelry, taking all these different extravagant women out and doing all of this high time stuff. So, excuse me for being Uncle E, but I am uncle for boxing. And it's one of my biggest things not to just look at it and talk down on one minute piece of conversation. The weigh-in, man, it's more going on about this fight than a weigh-in that I can't unsee. And so I just wanted to give you guys a little conversation about the real entire sport of boxing, because it's 360 degrees while you've been looking at it in a 3-degree lens. And so we just want you to pivot and open up your eyes and start thinking about a little bit more than just what's happening in a training camp and ring, and realize what's not happening in their lives and why they have to continue to grind and try to chase fights and try to chase fighters and try to find fights and doing exhibitions and fights after the careers to stimulate the economy around them. Yo, this is not a game. So, I always been a kind of serious dude when it came down to things, and I'm a lot different than most people that I get around. That's why I have a minute circle of people that are different from pretty much everybody else that I'm around as well. Because the bottom line is we who are in this position have to help bring the game to another level. So what I see tomorrow night, and I do owe you guys a conversation about this. What I do see tomorrow night is I see a guy who's had less than 12 fights, fighting a guy who's been fighting real fights. Caleb Plant can fight. Anthony Durrell can fight. Benavidez has been in the ring with some killers, like real killers in the ring. Like nothing prepares you for a 12-round fight on championship night, like being in the ring in a 12-round fight on championship night. And I just think there's not enough experience, but I do think there's a lot of luck that can come into play. And when I watched the weigh-in today, Morrell looks very, very confident, very, very strong. So